Senator Lindsey Graham represented his home state of South Carolina in the Senate for 23 years. Congressman Nancy Mace posted this tribute this morning. She wrote in part, quote, "South Carolina lost a giant last night." She went on to say, quote, "We did not always agree, but no one ever questioned his love for South Carolina or the fight he brought to every room he walked into." Congresswoman Nancy Mace joins us now from Charleston. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us. Lindsey was elected to the House in 1995, which when I checked my records here, you were 17. So Lindsey Graham has been a force in South Carolina politics your entire adult life. I know this is a hard day for you, for everyone in South Carolina. Just give me your gut emotional place right now.
Yeah, the year I was dropping out of high school, he was being elected to Congress. Number one, I have to tell you, Garrett, I've been talking to people all across the state and across the country right now. We're all in shock. We're stunned. Nobody thought this could happen anytime soon. He was 71. He was healthy. We all thought. And so we're just really in a state of shock this morning, but also at the same time reflecting on his legend. He was funny. He was hard. He was smart, brilliant, and he knew how to fight. I mean, when you looked at what he did when Kavanaugh got ambushed in the Senate confirmation hearings for him as justice, he went in there and turned it all around. His constituent services are unlike anything other I've ever seen in the history of South Carolina. Anytime I needed something that I couldn't deliver, I would always go to Senator Graham's office. That's who I sought if I needed money for roads or bridges or dredging along the coast. I mean, he was just a force to be reckoned with. And that's what we're grappling with today. He had the seniority, he had the fight, he had the history, the smarts. He was very close to the president. And by God, whether you loved him or hated him, you knew that he loved South Carolina. You knew that he loved his country. You knew that he served his country in uniform. You knew that he had the president's ear. And you knew that Lindsey Graham could deliver no matter what.
You have a fair amount of experience with the president and his attitudes and how to try to adjust to them or sometimes be a victim of his political attitudes. How do you think Senator Graham navigated them?
Well, I mean, he was one of the smartest men in the room. And I will tell you, Garrett, when I first got elected to the House of Representatives, the first meeting I took was with Lindsey Graham. We shared a glass of Riesling wine. He loved wine. And I sat there and I listened to him give me advice, and he became sort of a mentor for me. And, you know, some of these fights we get into can be very hairy at times. And he was very good to have my back when I needed it, and I had his back too. I mean, he was a mentor for not just me, but a lot of us on the Hill, on how to navigate some of the traps that you run into and how to be successful. And really, at the end of the day, he always said, working for the people, our constituents, if you deliver for them, you're delivering for your state, you're delivering for your country, and nothing else matters. And that was the best piece of advice he ever gave me.
And Congressman, you can always call me Major, remember that. So I know this is a tough day for South Carolina, but you also know, as I do, that politics is a never-ending business. It's a constant and relentless treadmill. And there are dates approaching, and there are considerations that Governor Henry McMaster is making today. He has to. He doesn't want to. He's forced into them, but he's going to have to make an appointment. There's Politico reporting already saying that there's an effort to make sure you're not the appointed person to fill Lindsey Graham's slot. There's a filing deadline that's going to open July 21st for the 6-year term. What is your attitude at this moment, this hour, Congresswoman Mace, about filing and possibly seeking that full term?
Well, number one, we're all mourning the loss of Lindsey Graham, and I want South Carolina to have that time to do that. I actually am not seeking the appointment, the interim appointment for the next 6 months. I texted the governor of South Carolina this morning, one, expressing my shock, my condolences and mourning, but also I told the governor that perhaps he should appoint himself as the interim senator between now and January 3rd to hold that in place so that we can have this election. You're right. Filing is July 21st. There'll be a special election on August 11th. I would be remiss if I didn't at least consider it. But right now, my focus is going to be on South Carolina and mourning the loss of, I think, one of the greatest senators we're going to have in our history. And then I'll make some considerations to what I do going forward. There may be a lot of people in this. There may not be, but we're talking about a 3-week race for the United States Senate. If we're talking about July 21st to August 11th, it's a very short period of time.
I asked this question to Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois. I want to pose it to you, Congresswoman Mace. What will you miss personally most about the death of Senator Graham?
Senator Graham was a fighter. He was a force to be reckoned with, and he mentored myself and a lot of other people. And I think his wisdom and how he was able to navigate many different presidencies and still deliver for his hometown constituents in South Carolina, that'll be a feat very few people can achieve. And that's his legacy.
South Carolina Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace, thank you.